have 19 categories, and everything from janitorial maintenance, printing, insect extermination, transporting and warehousing, consulting, down to 18, which is the one we use most often, which is construction and trade contractors. And right now there's 27 contracts out there, which is a lot, because technically these jobs that are $250,000 or less, they don't have to go out to bid. These offices, for whatever reason, have decided to post them with what they're going to do. This is remove guardrail and install crash cushions, terminal systems, and guardrail. It's approximately $99,000. It's in District 9 up in Bishop. Probably that one's advertised because they don't have many firms up in Bishop, and usually they come from the valley or someone else goes up there to do a job like that. In our local area, we have our small contracts are run by our maintenance design unit, and so they go out and solicit bids from the building community in the counties where these jobs are. And when we submit the documentation up to headquarters, we have to either have 2 bids from a small business or 2 bids from a disabled veteran business. And then the Department of DPAC purchasing, they go in and they make sure that they have all the insurance they need, that they verify the bid, they verify all the information, and they make the official offer. But it doesn't have to go out for the 10-day bid. It doesn't have to be even seen out here at all. And I believe you guys had one of those last year, didn't you? Yes. Because, for instance, the building I work out of is a 1953 bomb shelter. Concrete building with windows that were put in way before I was born. And so in the last year, we've decided that we were heating more of the planet than the building, and we decided that we needed to replace those. And so our facilities manager put together the provisions, the contract, and he then went a-looking for certified small businesses in the community and found your firm. And we bought our windows and we installed about half of them before the budget completely fell apart. So I'm lucky. I'm in an office that has a nice new window. The other side of the building doesn't have nice new windows. But we're hoping next year that possibly things will loosen up a little bit. So there are some contracts listed on here, but I would say most of our local ones are not. They are, our folks go to the Department of General Services Certified Small Business lists and disabled veterans lists, and they seek out the contractors to prepare an offer or a quote for those contracts. The other thing that we have is, and you talked about it too, Bradford, I keep getting calls saying, I want to be on your preferred contractors list. And I'm like, my what? We don't. If we had to count on somebody like me keeping a preferred contractor list, none of you all would be at work, because I'd lose it. And basically that's it. We don't have one because I might like somebody, Bradford might like somebody else, you might like somebody else. We have to go by the job and the availability, and we spread the work around. So, but we do have a contractor's interest registry for when the road looks like this, and we want it to look like this. In the winter storms, when things start falling apart, we have a lot more leeway in granting jobs. We had 2 very large jobs that actually made the newspaper recently. Up Highway 1, just north of Ragged Point, north of San Simeon. Highway 1 kind of looked like this, except for we did have 1 lane left. And Windsor, out of Cambria, Windsor Construction got that. And it was a $2 million job, which was huge for a small business. But we were looking for riprap and a trucker. He owns a quarry and a trucking company. He was right place, right time, and he's worked for us before. So he prepared a bid, and he was successful. The other one was out down on 166. We had a culvert fail. That job was $335,000 job, which is above the minor B threshold. But Rockwood Construction out of Napomo got that one. And so when it's an emergency and when the road is impassable, we are out in the rain starting to call people, and we use our phones and we send pictures, and we start drumming up business in the middle of the night whenever it fails. And several years ago, we had 9 highways in this district closed, dead closed, not passable. And so when our guys go to this interest registry, and so if you go to the interest registry, you fill out the form below, and basically this is what it is. It's, once again, it's the name of the firm, their contact information, a day phone, a 24-hour phone, a fax, email, and then we're looking at what contractor's licenses did this person hold, or this business, and who holds the licenses, your bonding, preferred work locations. You can actually select what part of the state you'd be willing to work in, and what type of work do you do. And lastly, what key equipment do you have that you can offer to us in the middle of the night when it's pouring down rain and we need your help. And then we ask, do you want to be a prime, a sub, or do you just want to operate equipment on a rental basis to the company who's doing it? Because quite often, because of the new stormwater laws, we can't overcast materials any longer. Up in Big Sur right now, we're trucking all that out. We cannot put it in the ocean anymore. We used to just, it went down the hill. We don't do that anymore. We have to truck it out of the area. And then we ask, have you worked for us before, and do you want us to share the information with the other firms, say potentially the primes? And then you just hit submit. The other way in this area is our emergency work coordinator's name is Steve Balaban. Steve and I work together a lot. He comes into my office looking for small businesses. And he's the one who's out there at the side of the road in the rain at 2 o'clock in the morning with a flashlight trying to see how far gone the road is. So what he does at his desk, he does have a list of contractors. They're not preferred contractors, he just has contractors. And it's basically the same information that you can put on for a statewide notice. You can email Steve and tell him your basic business contract information, type of equipment you have, and where you're willing to roll in an emergency 24 hours a day. And you might get a call from him. One of the things, because Steve's the one who handles the emergency force accounts, and basically they just have to estimate what they think it's going to cost to fix what's broken. And it's almost like a line of credit that the contractor has up to a certain amount, that as they are working, we pay them. Once we get certified payroll and other bills, we pay them. And then sometimes we have to raise the amount because it's much worse than we thought it was. And a lot of these contractors, Steve uses contractors pretty much that have a proven track record with Caltrans. So what he suggests is, if you want to be an emergency contractor, start subbing on other big jobs. Let the big guys know who you are, because